In today's video, we explore a pressing global issue: the imbalance of gender ratios in 6 countries where men significantly outnumber women. From China and India, where cultural traditions and historical policies have shaped the demographic landscape, to the Middle Eastern nations of the UAE and Qatar, where economic growth has driven labor migration and gender disparity, we'll uncover the complex reasons behind these imbalances. We'll also examine the unique case of Saudi Arabia, where evolving gender roles are attempting to meet modern societal needs, and Armenia, which contends with its own historical context. Join us as we delve into each country's unique circumstances and discuss why this gender imbalance poses serious social and economic challenges. 1. China. The legacy of the one-child policy. China's story is both remarkable and sobering. The country's gender imbalance is a direct legacy of the one-child policy, which, despite ending in 2015, continues to cast a long shadow. As of 2024, China's male-to-female ratio is approximately 106.3 males for every 100 females, with a staggering surplus of about 30 million men. This has given rise to the term, bare branches, referring to young men who struggle to find partners and start families. Sociologists have warned that this surplus can heighten social tensions, contributing to issues such as increased crime rates and growing feelings of isolation among single men. The Chinese government has acknowledged these concerns, launching campaigns to shift cultural attitudes and promote gender equality. Yet, the deep-rooted preference for sons persists in many regions, making real change slow and challenging. 2. India. Cultural preferences and economic factors. India's gender imbalance is one of the most widely discussed in the world, with an estimated 108.6 males for every 100 females. The roots of this disparity are complex, but a persistent cultural preference for sons plays a major role. In many Indian families, sons are viewed as the primary breadwinners and caretakers of aging parents, incentivizing practices like sex-selective abortion despite legal bans. Rural areas, in particular, see this pattern reinforced, as sons are often seen as vital to family security and income. In recent years, government campaigns have sought to shift attitudes, including high-profile efforts such as Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Save the Daughter, Educate the Daughter. However, changing centuries-old traditions is difficult, and progress remains incremental. The imbalance has led to a rise in unmarried men, which experts say could have long-term social consequences. 3. United Arab Emirates. A labor-driven imbalance. The United Arab Emirates is a striking outlier, with a male-to-female ratio of about 217 males for every 100 females. This dramatic difference is almost entirely due to the country's labor market, which draws millions of male migrant workers from countries like India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. These workers are typically single men who live in labor camps, far from their families, and rarely bring spouses or children with them. While the influx of labor has powered the UAE's rapid growth, it has created a society where men significantly outnumber women in many areas. The resulting lack of family structure has led to widespread loneliness and social fragmentation among workers. The government has begun initiatives to attract more female professionals and encourage family reunification, recognizing the need for a healthier demographic balance. 4. Qatar. Economic growth and gender disparity. Qatar's gender imbalance is even more pronounced, with around 300 males for every 100 females. This massive gap is primarily the result of the country's booming economy and demand for migrant labor, especially in construction and infrastructure projects linked to global sporting events. Most laborers are men who leave their families behind, leading to bachelor-dominated communities. Social experts warn that this imbalance can undermine social cohesion and create psychological challenges for both locals and migrants. In recent years, Qatar has started to focus on bringing more women into the workforce and creating pathways for families to live together in the country. These changes are slow, but there is growing recognition that balanced gender representation is crucial for long-term stability. 5. Saudi Arabia. Shifts in gender roles. Saudi Arabia's male-to-female ratio sits at around 105.4 males for every 100 females, a number that is gradually leveling out thanks to sweeping social reforms. Traditionally, Saudi society has prioritized sons, and restrictions on women's participation in public life have contributed to gender disparities. However, the past few years have seen significant changes, with women entering the workforce and gaining more rights than ever before. Despite these advances, traditional values still heavily influence marriage and family formation. The social impact of the remaining imbalance can be seen in increased competition for partners and the potential for unrest among young men struggling to find marriage prospects. The government continues to push for gender equality, but long-standing customs and conservative resistance make progress slow. 6. Armenia. Historical context and modern implications. Armenia's gender imbalance, at about 105.2 males for every 100 females, is shaped by a mix of history and current realities. The country has experienced significant periods of war, economic instability, and migration, all of which have disrupted family structures. Many Armenian men seek work abroad, leaving behind families that women must manage alone. This pattern creates challenges for social stability and future population growth, as traditional family units are stretched and sometimes fractured. Government policies now aim to support family reunification and encourage young people to build their lives in Armenia. However, experts note that reversing the effects of decades of demographic shifts is no easy task, and the road to a more balanced society is likely to be long.